Many of us have experienced that anxiety-inducing dream where we inexplicably find ourselves naked at school. Even though it's not real in our dream state, it remains mortifyingly embarrassing and profoundly distressing. However, arriving at school in the wrong attire can also result in significant distress, and one young girl from Montana has first-hand experience of this. Vegas is an 11-year-old student at Eileen Johnson Middle School in Lockwood, which is located in her hometown of Billings, Montana. People often say that school days are the best days of your life, but that wasn't the case for Vegas in late September 2017. On that day, she had a really bad experience at Lockwood School. Surprisingly, it all had to do with the clothes she chose to wear that day. Even though her outfit might have seemed perfectly fine to someone looking from the outside, it was seen differently by some people. September 28, 2017 was Picture Day at Lockwood. Picture Day presents an opportunity for pupils and their families to have a photographic record of particular stages of their education. Naturally, then, students try to look their best for the camera, which is why young Vegas picked out a brand new dress to wear, a recent present from her sister. So that day, the pupil proudly wore her new gray dress with a pretty pink floral print to school. It was by no means a low-cut or high-hemmed item. Indeed, it featured a high neck, and the length of the garment reached down to the knee. To appear even more demure, Vegas had also tastefully chosen to accessorize her outfit with opaque black leggings. Vegas and her family considered her suitably ready to have her school picture taken. Then, unfortunately, not everyone was of the same opinion. All of a sudden, the young girl was pulled aside, and members of the school staff told her that she was not wearing appropriate clothing for the pictures. For her part, the confused pupil simply couldn't understand what she had done wrong. According to Vegas' grandmother, Sandra Lynn Baylor Sandra, the little girl was cited for a dress code violation. Sandra claimed that the minor was found guilty of showing her shoulders. She went on to say that Vegas had previously attended school baring her shoulders and never been caught up for it. But it seems that on this particular day, she wasn't going to get away with it. Confusingly though, the staff members did allow Vegas to appear in the pictures wearing the dress that had been deemed inappropriate. However, after the shots had been taken, staff called the parents. The school then asked them to bring in different clothes for the little girl to wear for the rest of the day. The whole experience was very upsetting for Vegas, who was presumably excited to wear her new dress to school that morning. Unfortunately, she was so distraught when her outfit was called into question that she burst into tears. Thankfully, at least Vegas' grandmother was on hand to comfort the upset schoolgirl, and she captured her emotional reaction in a photograph. Feeling outraged by the school's actions, Sandra then uploaded the picture of her granddaughter in tears to Facebook. The grandma also accompanied the photograph with a caption that inspired sympathy among her friends on the social media site. It didn't take long before the photograph of the devastated Vegas and her supposedly controversial dress attracted even more attention. The caption on the Facebook post read, "My beautiful granddaughter Vegas got dress coded today. Her sister bought her this dress and they told her to change it because it was distracting. It was picture day and she wanted to look cute. She's 11. Then Sandra addressed the problem with the school's attitude. "If you or your kids think it is distracting, don't look at her," Sandra wrote, suggesting that it was the school that was firmly in the wrong. The grandmother's argument was that the staff at Lockwood were body-shaming Vegas for baring her shoulders. "I had to talk to her. She was crying," Sandra continued. Vegas said that she does not want to talk about it because it still upsets her. The photograph of the sobbing 11-year-old schoolgirl soon went viral and garnered thousands of reactions and shares on Facebook. A large number of the online community were just as outraged as Sandra too. Many wrote damning comments about what they saw as Lockwood's overzealous enforcement of its dress code. Plenty of Facebook users thought there was nothing inappropriate about the young girl's shoulders being on show. "I don't understand why this dress would be distracting, and it's well below our fingertips. That's ridiculous. I would argue this as a parent," one bewildered commenter posted. However, others in the Facebook thread didn't put it so kindly. "That's messed up. Have they lost their minds?" were just two of the messages left underneath the photograph of poor Vegas in tears. Sandra responded to many angry comments, which made the argument continue. Someone on Facebook suggested that Vegas should wear a different outfit to cover her shoulders, but Sandra had a different idea. She said, "I'll send her some dresses, and she plans to make a special dress to show them." What upset Sandra the most was that she believed Vegas wasn't trying to get attention by wearing unusual clothes. In an interview with Yahoo Lifestyle in October 2017, Sandra explained that Vegas is a modest girl. She doesn't think that boys pay attention to her. Sandra thinks shoulders are just shoulders, and there's nothing wrong with that. She also criticized Lockwood's rules about this, saying that if boys at the school find shoulders distracting, something is not right. She thinks the boys, not Vegas, should be told to follow the school's rules. However, the staff at Lockwood School's Eileen Johnson Middle School have chosen not to comment on this incident, maintaining a silent stance. Their silence conveys a clear message that they uphold the principle that rules are to be followed without exception, regardless of how attractive the dress may be. The primary purpose of dress codes in educational institutions is to safeguard the interests of students and maintain the school's public image by establishing a uniform standard that applies to all. Schools aim to strike a balance, allowing students to express their individuality within specified boundaries. Unfortunately, dress codes in schools often generate heated debates, easily stirring up concerns among parents and guardians. To prevent conflicts over appropriate attire, the school in question might contemplate implementing a uniform policy. Nevertheless, it's likely that some students would voice objections even on picture day.